Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of American Truck Simulator. It has been a time since I've actually recorded, and of course, I find you on what day is it? Monday, Labor Day weekend. So, it's Monday, everything's having a fantastic time, and of course, it has to be a fantastic time because, oh boy, it it's been a good weekend. Let's just put it that way. Went to my niece's birthday party. What did we do yesterday? Went to Portland yesterday. Got some food. Got some shop supplies from the in-laws shop. You know, stuff like that. What else did we do? Today. Yeah, today. Me and the wife, took showers, got everything ready to go. Did that about noonish. It's about 2:50 p.m. today, right now as of recording this. And so what'd we do? I was like, you know what? It's, the drain's been clogged up a little bit. I just figured it was, hair or something like that. So popped the lid deal for the drain, popped it off, sent down this hair grabber dealio, pulled it out, got a little bit of hair, nothing too, nothing crazy. And I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. Turned on the water, see if it wanted to drain some more, and clogged. Have no idea why. Absolutely no idea. And so we put some, Drano in it. Nope, wasn't working. Wife was like, oh, well, I got this other, powder stuff, poured it down there. Nope, wasn't working. Put baking soda and vinegar down there. Nope, wasn't working. And it's like, what the hell is going on here, right? So we took out the what do you call it? The overflow tablet thingamajigger. Sent the snake down, and it was 10 foot deep, so, it was in something. And of course, come back clean. I was like, fuck. What on earth could it be? And so I was like, really, the only thing else we have is to take out the drain itself and see if it's clogged in there. So took out the drain, all the water, of course, went straight underneath the house. Great. And then we, sent the snake down, came back clean. Sent down the hair grabber stick thingamajigger, and come back clean. I was like, what the flugger duck is going on? Well, of course, being Labor Day weekend on a Monday, nobody's open. And so it's like, great, well, at least we took showers, right? I mean, at least we got our showers done, then decided to do it. But what just doesn't make any sense is why it's plugged up. And so we finally got a hold of a plumber, and we were like, hey, I was like, it's not an emergency. You're the only one that picked up. And he's like, okay, well, do you need me to come out now or what? And he's like, yes, I could come out 5, 6 o'clock. And I was like, no, you enjoy the weekend, whatever's left of the weekend with your kids, family and whatnot. I was like, just whenever you can. He's like, well, we can come out tomorrow. I'm like, that's fine with me because I won't be home. I'll be working. So the wife's going to be home tomorrow. She gets to take care of all this stuff. Hopefully it's not expensive. That's what we're hoping. Because, we just don't need that at the moment. We're still trying to build up the finances and stuff like that. But hopefully it'll be A-okay. Hopefully it's just I don't even know what it could be. Like I said, it's not because it's clogged, because nothing else is clogged. The sink runs fine in the bathroom. The toilet is fine. Everything's fine. But the tub won't. It's like, I don't understand. And, like I said, we ran the snake. We ran the hair grabber thing. Nothing, it seems like nothing wants to really happen. Oh my goodness, we got to go through. I was like, you know what? We got to get up to speed, and now is about the time we get to stop. So we got the green light, thankfully. And I did, however, see a yellow truck. I didn't forget Scotsman. But anyway, welcome back to American Truck Sim. After that little rant, do appreciate everybody being here. Like I said, it's been kind of a crazy ordeal. I've been trying to get used to working again. going to work about anywhere from 2 to 4 in the morning, and then getting off anywhere from about damn near 2 to 4 in the afternoon. Oh, yellow truck. So after all that, you know, it's like, okay, well, I got videos to do, and I was like, I don't really want to do them, so finally got in the right space, I guess, to do some recording. We've been doing a lot of farm sim. I realize that. Been trying to figure out things the hard way. I think we finally figured out what we can do. I'm actually starting to make money now, which is fantastic. So was playing a little bit earlier, and now finally we have been in the plus $2,000 to $4,000. So after you've seen the videos, we sold all that 1,000,000 liters of wood chips, and so we had like $700-$800,000, and then I basically got rid of everything that was leased. I mean, we still have a few things that are leased because I need them, and we couldn't buy them yet. And then we just bought all basically new equipment, everything else. And so, like I said, everything else that's been going around, everything is bought for the most part. I think I leased like $7,000 worth of stuff, so it's not bad. It used to be like 35. So we bought the hay, or the baler. So we bought the baler. We bought the mower. That was $180,000. We bought a tractor. What else? Am I paying the tractor? I can't remember if I bought the tractor or if I'm not. Maybe I didn't buy the tractor. I don't know. But anyway, so like a few odds and ends that we still are trying to get everything squared away on. But other than that, been doing pretty good. I just got done seeding or planting poplar. I guess that's how you call it, poplar. So with that all being said, we should be getting a lot of wood chips. And of course it regrows, so that's fantastic. At least the game says it regrows. I thought sorghum also regrew, but apparently not. But I do know that poplar says it regrows in-game, so with that being said, that's good. What is this? Road work ahead. Is that new to the game? I don't remember that being in the game. Shoulder closed. Everybody's freaking out. Okay, weird. No idea what that said. 55 miles an hour. We're just gonna run it. Yellow car. Just hope there's no cop anywhere. That's really what would kill us. Doing 23 miles an hour over the speed limit. We're going through Denver. I think Denver's always under construction, you know? I don't think there's a time where Denver's not under construction. So we're heading to Grand Junction. So anyway, yellow car. So we are going to Moab, Utah. That looks like a cop to me. Looks like a black cop car. Maybe it's not. I have no idea. Definitely don't need to be speeding past him, that's for sure. Anyway, heading to Moab. Have no idea what we're hauling anymore because it's been a while. Frozen food, 35,000 pounds of it. And we're going to get $2,900 from this job, so that's also good. And then, so we're supposed to get there by Sunday. We'll be there today at noon, 6 o'clock in the morning, so should be a-okay. Let's hit this button. Thank you. And it wasn't even a cop after all. Look at that. Just scaring me for nothing. 65. Okay, I don't have to be all the way over here. Just getting over. Thank you. We'll just cruise in the middle. But yeah, so everybody that doesn't know, I do now drive a log truck. And so, we got to wake up before the wood does. Before the logs wake up, we got to get up to the landing, get loaded, take her to the mill, and come back, and then they're screaming and scared that we're going to take them, and then of course we take another load. So not that big of a deal. Normally been getting about 2 or 3 trips a day, and that fills up about 12 to 14 hours a week, or a day, 12 to 14 hours. And I've been averaging, I mean, it's only week 3. That tomorrow is going to be week 4. And so, I think it was like 59 the first week, 65, I think, the last week, or second week, excuse me. I think it was like 53 or 55 last week, so the third week. And that was only because I had a doctor appointment on Tuesday, so I had to take off a little bit. Take off early, I should say. You know, I really didn't think that we'd be cruising up the hill at 30 miles an hour. It was ridiculous. But, yeah, learned a lot. Like the first week and half the second week was me training, just trying to get all the rigmarole set up, ready to go, you know. And that's pretty much about it. Just been doing that and learning. Then we finally got done with learning and got our own truck last week, or the second week. I keep forgetting what week it is. Second week on Wednesday, I got my own truck, so I've been cruising by myself, and I like it. It's pretty fun. You know, it's not necessarily difficult on the relationship with me and the wife, just because, you know, I did it before, kind of, in a sense. She normally, when she gets home, you know, goes to bed with me about 7, 8 o'clock, whatever time. It really fluctuates. So if I gotta wake up anywhere from 2 to, you know, 3, 4 maybe, I'll go to bed at like 8 o'clock. Anything earlier, it's like 7, you know. Somewhere between 7 and 8. So she's kind of used to that when I work at the other job. And then nothing too terribly crazy about that. And then when I get home, I haven't went to bed without her yet, which is actually kind of surprising. Because normally it's, you know, she gets home late, so it's like, okay, going to bed. Yeah, thanks for sharing. But so far, yellow truck. So far, everything's been doing okay. Alright, welcome to the tunnel. Never drove in this tunnel before. On the road to feed American families. Is my lights on? They are on with the brights. Beautiful. I've actually never been in this tunnel before. So I honestly couldn't tell. I've been on I-70 before. I've just never been through VALE and all that fun stuff before. Heard it's not the funnest place to be. But I mean, that's where you gotta go. That's where you gotta go. Cruising high below. That must mean there's another tunnel somewhere that I'm supposed to go find. 60 miles an hour, you're gonna make, 35, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, doing some non-legit stuff, like a dear friend that we have. There we go. Oh my god. Oh, what the hell? That was his fault. He came into me. That's bullshit. Absolute Bolshevik. Alright, we're coming over. Screw everybody over there. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Here, did you hurt my trailer? No, just the truck. Good. So I have left kind of like a pole, or whatever you want to call it. And everybody has been saying to keep the truck and just upgrade the truck. Get the, upgrade the garage, and then get another truck. So, that's what we're going to be doing. Of course, and always, of course, we have to, you know, get a ticket every once in a while. Jake's does pretty good. Just holding right at 60. My log truck, you know, she's got the old style, apparently PACCAR motor. I think it's a 515 motor. Could be a 535 horsepower. But so far, the jakes have been not very great. But everything else has been okay. So I get to, use the brake a little bit more, and everything gets mad at me, and get some hot brake smells, which, you're 86,000 pounds, so it's not the heaviest thing I've ever hauled, but so on and so forth. Like last week, we were, so the company I'm working for, I hauled basically a mule train. If you don't know what a mule train, look it up. Basically hauled one when I worked for the county, and they saw that and they were like, "Oh, really?" And so they are wanting me to learn how to drive a mule train, and it's going to make me, more beneficial, right? So, all that being said, learned how to do that kind of last week. Of course, it's going to be a little bit more training because there's only like one trip in the woods. So a little bit more training after that, and then the log truck I drive can be a mule train or a long logger. And normally, if I had a 3-axle trailer, which I'll only have a 2, but if I had a 3, normally they haul a, I think it's like 105.5 is what the truck's rated for. So that's a lot of weight coming down the mountain. And so, I mean, unless you're a low boy, of course, but it's quite a bit of weight either way. There, do I get my secondary? Nope. Guess that don't matter. Okay. Thought it was going to give me my secondary achievement. There has to be a tunnel or something somewhere. There's another tunnel. Of course, I forgot to honk. My wife's going to be mad at me. This might be the one. It looks a little bit longer. So if you don't know, you always got a honk going through the tunnel. If you don't, you're just not cool. If you're in a car, if you're in a semi, it doesn't matter. You always got a honk. Wife loves it when, so she used to go to work with me when I drove dump truck and stuff, and, oh, my brakes burn out. Oh my goodness, move. Anyway, so there's a few tunnels around, and she always got mad if I didn't blow the horn. So hell, I even do it sometimes by myself. 45-mile-an-hour corner. Oh, what the? You turned into me, you stupid bastard. That's now 2 times people turned into me this episode. My goodness. Saved a lot more money when I didn't play this game. I think it was more damage to the truck than the trailer, hopefully. Now we're actually doing 55, and it's insanely slow. Come on, you car that wants to go. I wonder if you have to go through the same tunnel but backwards. I wonder if that's what it is. Because at this rate, I don't want to go back up this hill. It's a bad time. We've got $995 to our name. We got 2 tickets so far today. Oh, we only got 1. We got 1 ticket, but we got hit twice, which is ridiculous. Here, let's see. Nope, just hit the truck. Stupid. Absolutely stupid. 175 miles to go. Should be okay. That guy's just riding shotgun right next to me. Of course he is. Ain't being pushed by anybody, so that's nice. So actually, I guess I can explain what a mule train is. So if you haven't looked it up already and you are curious, what a mule train is basically, like I said, basically, it is basically a box truck. So imagine this front trailer here was on the truck. Okay? So you would have generally, my goodness, let's see if I can speak today. Generally, you would have 3 axles, right? You'd have the steers, 2 drives, and sometimes you'd even have a tag or pusher axle on the front of the drives. So that would make it 4. My trainer's truck, he has 5. One in front of the axles drives and one in the back of the drives. So he can haul, I think he said the truck can be 63,000 pounds, or 67. I think he said 67. I don't know, somewhere in that range. And so the trailer, because it's a 3-axle trailer, so he has duals in the front, or not duals, I guess a tandem in the front, and then a solo axle in the back. You can haul 34 plus 20, so 54,000 technically. But altogether, he can only be 105.5. So whatever 67, maybe it's like 38,000 or something. I don't really know. Like I said, I'm still learning the weights and whatnot. I only did it once, so I got to figure out the weights and whatnot. And then, of course, my truck's going to be different because I only have 4 axles on the truck and then 2 on the trailer, which can only make the trailer 40,000, but the truck can only be, I think it's like 34, 44, like 56,000 or something. So anywho, so the box truck is up front, right? Well, then you have this dolly. So basically, just like this, you have that dolly in front of the second trailer, and then it's connected to the back axle of the trailer. And so you have I think it's like a 20, or not 20, I would imagine like a 10 to 15 foot reach between the truck and the trailer. And then you have, a box or forks, 2 bunks on the trailer. And then that's mule train. So box truck. So imagine, like I said, like this. So you have a box truck with a box trailer, essentially. And of course, if that doesn't help you out at all, then look it up online and just a picture of it, and that's what it is. Then you have what they call a super train, which is basically a long logger with a mule train trailer, and that's a little crazy, I think, but some people haul them, some people don't. Let's see. I think that's about it in the logging world things. Oh, and then I guess you have a pole log truck. Normally they haul I think the tree or logs are like 70 or like 80 feet, or your whole truck is I think the longest is like 100 foot, something like that. It's crazy. And then of course you're hauling them out of the, an 8 foot wide road. So if any of this makes sense, please let me know in the comments below. That is basically the gist of log trucking. I mean, it's fairly simple. There's just a lot of small things you got to remember, right? So you got to remember to pull your bunk pin on your front forks or front bunks. If you don't, then you're going to screw something up. Let's see. You got to remember your weights. If you don't remember your weights, you're going to get a ticket, and you get to pay for it. Oh, is it going to turn red? Oh my good Lord. I love it. I absolutely love it. When have we ever hit 2 scales in a row and got green lights for it? I don't think ever. I think this truck literally has hated me ever since we got it. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. 75. We got 70 miles yet to go, so about an hour in game. Leaving colorful Colorado of brown, and we're coming into Utah. Welcome to Utah. Life elevated. Oh, then of course I forgot we get to go 80 in Utah, which is pretty much about max for this baby doll. About 84's max. But we can do it. I heard something about they're starting to get road works and stuff like that for Louisiana. That'd be pretty cool. Did not get to go to Louisiana yet. So, Iowa's already out. I think they said they're working on South Dakota. It's either South Dakota or North Dakota they're working on. And then Iowa is out. So, I'm going to have to pick Iowa up eventually. Looks like we might be getting off here. Or is that just the freeway just turned drastically south? Oh, it's an exit. Okay, cool. Looks like maybe a little bit of highway driving. Not that big of a deal. How much time do we have before sleep? 5 hours at 5.5 hours. That'll be fine. 182. Apparently we took this exit before. Interesting. Don't know when we took this exit, but we're coming eastbound. Okay. Clear-ish. Good enough clear. Clear! 191. Sounds familiar. Does that sound familiar? Another. What did it take? 191. Weird. 23 miles to Moab. Like I said, not too terribly far. Have been cruising with my F5 map thing on, and normally I think I turned it off normally. More immersion and whatnot. Maybe a fun little thing to have some plans. Maybe we can, buy a log trailer eventually and just have a full-blown log truck company. That'd be pretty fun. Just have to drive up to the landing, and so basically you'll be, wasting money going up to the landing and then coming back with a load and then going back up to the landing and kind of like a in the life of a log truck driver kind of a situation. Maybe we can do that. I have no idea how much a log trailer is, but we paid off the loan, so we can do whatever we want. That'd be pretty interesting. Go back to well, my hometown's not in this game, so something close to it, and then see what we can do. That'd be fun. I think, you know what? I think that's what we do. We can get logs and go from there. If it'll work, of course, we're gonna have to, think about it. Because if it won't work, then that's a lot of money wasted. If you're, if you don't have logs anywhere to go. So we'll have to see what we can do about it. But if it will work, if I can figure out a way to continuously haul logs off the landing to somewhere and not make it, insanely expensive, it'd be quite fun, I think. Or maybe we'll just do it one episode. Who knows? Maybe I'll even bring out the old save. That's actually not a bad idea. Because then this save will be this save. And then that save would be like, you know what? Let's be a log truck driver today. Let's be a lowboy driver. Oh, come on. Go. Thank you. I even forgot we had a visor on this thing. She looks mean, doesn't she? Yeah, she looks pretty mean. I like this old girl. So, if you're still watching, thank you much. But if you're still watching and you are not sure how to get this truck, they're all mods. And so this is the Old Iron Series. Where's my turn? This is the Old Iron Series. And we've been doing it with good old Flying Scotsman. Or at least used to be the Flying Scotsman. Now it's just Scotsman, I think. But Scotsman, Rasher, we did have a third partner, but was told no longer bring them up. So, with that being said, it's just us three now. And haven't had a convoy in forever, it seems. So maybe one of these days we'll have to get a convoy going together. I know GMS Gold Mining Simulator right now is pretty big, so they've been busy with that and stuff. But yeah, we have to get a convoy going. Let's see. Okay. Oh, good. I don't have to do any extracurricular backing up activities. That'd be a pain in the ass, wouldn't it? And that's about as good as you're gonna get. But yeah, so hopefully we'll get some convoy footage. Excuse me, footage back up and running. See what we can do. All right, so 994 miles. Let's see, so 994 divided by 199.6 equals 4.97 miles a gallon. That's not bad. And of course, we just upgraded. And let's do high value. Yep, I want high value. I'm not worried about fuel. Ain't worried about nothing like that. I'm worried about money right now. So, oh, there we go. That was kind of weird. Let's see. So this is going to Wenatchee. That is 89,000 pounds. That's actually not bad. That's also going to Kennewick. Let's see. Ice cream to Austin. Maybe. Oh, that's going to Bend. That's not terrible. Not great a pay. So basically what I'm looking for is how many bucks per mile. And so far 5 is the one to beat. Is anything gonna beat it? Nope, apparently not. Wire coil to Laramie. That's not too far. Boise. That's just gonna be I-70 to I-80. Or no, yeah, I-70. I think, maybe. I don't know how that would work, but eventually we'd hit I-84. Almond boxes to Roswell. I don't know. We'll have to see what we can find. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. I'll catch you all in the next one, and you all take care.